morning, Floss Tube. Welcome. It's Taryn. Today is Monday, September 11th. I know I didn't get my video out over the weekend, obviously. And I'm sorry, I know everybody was waiting all weekend, I'm sure. It just didn't happen. There was too much going on and I just wanted to sleep in and all of that good stuff, so I'm sorry. As if your lives revolve around that. I hope everybody had a really good week last week. I didn't get that much stitching done. It was bad. For those of you in Florida, I hope that everything is okay and that you have had, if you have damage, that it's just the minimal amount and life can get back to normal for you quickly. Okay, so I guess we should start. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done. I did try to record this video last night and I was just too tired. I'm still really tired today and I don't know why. I think because it's allergy season. I worked on the little schoolhouse for Stitch Mania's back to school stitch along this month. I think last time I had the little border, that much of it done, and so I worked on the schoolhouse. As the schoolhouse started taking this little steeple part, the bell tower started taking shape, I really wanted to keep working on it. I really wanted to. And what I was busy not working on is my Texas Panorama by Be Stitched. Didn't I set myself a goal of, I had 2 weeks to get each letter done and that shouldn't be an issue, and then I could still have it done by the time the retreat in October. So when you give yourself 2 weeks to get each letter done, what you do is you piss off the first week so that then you're going to have to bust your hump the second week, right? I finished the T. I discovered that here in the bottom of the E where those flowers are, that I have missed some back stitching. I did not work on the X at all with its insane amount of back stitching. And you can see I did a whole lot of nothing on the A, which means at 2 weeks a letter, I have to get after it this week. What the heck? I have to tell y'all, was it, I don't know, last week, either Sunday night or Monday night, I don't remember. Sound asleep. It was about 1:30 in the morning. I feel the bed jolt, you know, wakes me up, and then it jolts again. And then I can tell that Dax is doing something, like, and he's moving real slow. And eventually he turns on, I think it was the bathroom light that he turned on. And I'm like, what are you doing? He got stung by a scorpion while he was sleeping. It like stung him on the back of his arm here, and when he went to brush it away, it stung him on his hand. So he was looking for that scorpion. What he was doing real slow was taking his shirt off to try to make sure that he didn't get stung again if it was on his shirt. Well, we looked and looked and looked for that scorpion. We looked on the floor, we looked in the bed, you know, under the quilt, under the sheet. We looked everywhere. Since it was 1:30 in the morning, it felt like it was like 2 hours that we looked. It was probably really 15 or 20 minutes, but we looked everywhere because who wants to go back to sleep when you haven't found it and killed it? But I mean, we had looked everywhere and finally just gave up. We couldn't find it. Didn't know what happened to it. I walk around the bed to get back into the bed on my side. It's on my pillow. The freaking scorpion was on my pillow. It had already stung him twice. Oh my God, yeah. It took me about, I don't know, an hour to go back to sleep. At least an hour. Every time I moved, I was like, what if there's another one? Oh my God. I've put stuff all around the house on the outside. There better not be any more, I swear. It makes it too creepy to sleep. Oh, I guess I should have had a warning. McKenna, you shouldn't have listened to that part. Anyway, isn't that the worst? Okay, back to stitching. I spent some time with Norman, as always. Me and Norman. Here's where I am. Mostly I work down here. There's some colors that are missing. If I was using a color, I filled in wherever it went on the rug. And I think that, like right here, this will come across the baseboard. And that'll be done right there on the rug. There is some stuff, like the back, the chair has a little bit more, it's on a different page. That's why the chair stops right there. So the chair back and the top of the chair, and then there's the wainscoting that goes across right here. So I'm getting really, really close on the stitching. I do have to go back and fill in. I think she's missing a couple of colors in her face. Like right here along her neck is not done, I don't think. And the boy's missing a little bit here. And she's got no hands. We have to fix that. I think that's what I have left to do as far as stitching goes. And then it's the back stitching. And honestly, all I want to work on is this one. But Texas calls. I have to do it. I've put myself in that position. So, that's it. That is all I worked on last week. Just those 3. And you know, I want to start. I'm trying hard to avoid, as McKenna called it, the STDs. So, I have not started anything, even though I want to. I did have a question about the Santa pattern that I had gotten. Shelley wanted to know if it was a Norman Rockwell. Look, I already can't remember his name. If it was a Norman Rockwell piece, and no, they are not. This one, and I'm going to assume the others are the same, but I don't know. This one says it is adapted from an oil painting from 1955 by Haddon Sundblom. Yeah, who knows if I'm saying that right. But anyway, no, it is not a Norman Rockwell piece. Shelley's jealous of all the time that I have spent with Norman. And so she's wanting to start her own obsession, which I take no responsibility for. I did not spend any money this week. I was good, stayed on the wagon. I dragged myself back to it, got back on. But I did get this off of Listia. It's a Native American alphabet. On this, I need y'all's help. I get a armadillo, arrow, B, buffalo, C, cactus, canoe. What is V? What is that? It looks like a shield. And V doesn't go with shield. V doesn't go with skull. What is that? I can't come up with a word for it, and so, okay. In all honesty, I didn't bother to try to look it up because it's easier to ask if y'all know what it is. So that's what I'm doing. I did finish a couple of things. Not like cross-stitch things. I FFO'd a couple of things. This little, I don't know what I was doing. I came across this black frame and I'm like, oh, hey, that little cat will go in there. Which it does, obviously. But can you see this line? When I was putting it in there, I rubbed it against the frame and now it has this black line on it. And I've tried to get it off and I can't. So, I don't know, I guess I'll have to take it out and do something else with it where the black line doesn't show. Why? Why? That's the stuff that makes me drink, y'all. That's the stuff that drives me to drinking. I'm just kidding. This morning it's coffee. It's morning. What did I do with the other one? It's here. It really is. Oh, here's this. You remember my purse, my bag? It's sideways. And I said, oh, my handles aren't in. I don't need to worry about it right now. Well, my handles came in, so I'm going to have to find the fabric. Which I hate to even try to dig through stuff. And it's just muslin. I could just as easily go buy some more, but that kind of defeats the purpose of having it on hand, doesn't it? But I bought leather straps, and Dax does some leather work, and so I need to see if I can't get him to help me get the straps attached to it once I get the other part made. So there's that. Did I tell you already I tried to record this video last night, but I was just too tired? I really was. We worked yesterday, and then got home and cooked dinner, and while I was cooking dinner, I was peeling potatoes, and I peeled my knuckle. But look, can you see my Band-Aid? Can you read it? It says, seriously. Seriously, that's how I felt. Because the worst part was, I was peeling the very last potato, and it occurred to me, I was roasting the vegetables. I didn't need to be peeling that stupid potato, those stupid potatoes at all. Don't you hate days like that? That's about how the video went last night when I tried to record it too. So, here, I found the other one. I FFO'd this. It came out bigger than I expected, than I anticipated, I guess. It could have come out smaller, but I cut all the pieces this size, so I shouldn't have been surprised. I went evenly around the margins when I was attaching the fabric, and as you can see, the piece isn't quite centered. I should have given some thought to that and cut down here, but you know what? I don't care. It can be a little off. And I cut the fabric so that I have an apple. The other piece is behind the ribbon there. So I have an apple in each little strip, and then I just use the same fabric for the back. And the little bow and the button. And so the little dress is a little dress no more, but my piece is finished. But at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's so big. And then I thought, hey, that takes up a lot of room in the not adorable bowl. So that makes it look even fuller, right? So I'm happy with it. I like it much better than I liked it before. So that's all good. We're going to stick with that. I've been doing a little bit of embroidery, but I'll show you that when I've got it done, because right now you can't hardly see what it's going to be. And I think that's it. I didn't do much stitching, not nearly enough as it turns out. I've got to stitch on the Texas piece this week. Like I said, last week I just kept putting it off and putting it off, and so there you go. The A, if I want to stay on my schedule, the A has to be done this week. Am I the only one that does that? Puts myself in a bind on purpose? It's ridiculous, people. So, okay. If y'all know what that symbol is in the V, let me know. And you can let me know in the Z too. I don't know what that is either. Okay. Save me a trip to Google. That's really what you'd be doing. Oh, and before I forget, on my bag last week, y'all were full of great ideas on that big expanse of pink, which is a wonderful thing, except for now I have to try to decide which idea to use. Come on, people. No, really, I appreciate it. You guys are so smart. Y'all are so smart. So, thank you for those. And eventually I will use one of them and I'll show you what it is. Okay, that's it. I promise this time. Y'all have a great week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I really do love the comments. And thanks for subscribing. I just am floored by the fact that anybody does. So, I appreciate it. I really, really do. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.